welcome back to the channel. I'm Joanna Kleinman, psychotherapist and CEO of the Mastering Your Mind Coaching Company. And today I want to have a conversation that could potentially shift the course of your life. Because we are living through a powerful moment in time, a moment where more and more people are waking up to the truth that something is missing. So even if your life looks good on paper, even if you've built the career or the family, the home, there's still this ache, this restlessness, this feeling like, is this all there is? And you're not alone. All around the world, something is cracking open. More people than ever are asking, what am I really here to do? And how do I make a difference? And am I betraying myself? And I don't even know it. So let's talk about that, because the truth is that self-betrayal does not always look like this dramatic collapse. Sometimes it's a slow leak. So it's saying yes when your gut is screaming no. It's staying small in order to feel safe and in order to have life be predictable. It's silencing your desires to maintain stability and predictability. And it's doing what's expected instead of what really feels aligned. So maybe there is this longing in your heart that you've been pushing down. Maybe it's that book that you want to write, or that business that you want to start, or the retreat you want to attend, or the difficult conversation you've been avoiding, or maybe it's the boundary that you've been too afraid to set, or that job that no longer reflects who you are. And here's what I want you to know. The mystery of your true calling is hidden in the exact places where you are betraying your authentic self. Now, you're not betraying your authentic self out of malice, it's really out of fear. Now, what you want to understand is that that automatic self, that inner critic self, is wired for control and safety. So it says you have to be responsible and you can't rock the boat. And now is not the time. And maybe I'm too old. Maybe the time has passed for me. And if you don't know how to unhook yourself from that voice, you're going to mistake it for the truth. So here's the thing I want you to understand. Missing your true calling by an inch is missing it by a mile. And that cost is not just in your happiness, it's in your aliveness. So let's zoom out for a second, okay? Because what we're feeling individually is also a mirror of what's happening in the collective. So there's a pervasive sense of overwhelm and pressure and emotional fatigue. People are feeling disconnected from themselves. They're feeling disconnected from each other. There's global unrest and uncertainty and a longing for something deeper. So if you've been feeling this pressure rising, like something inside of you just wants to burst free, that's not a sign that something's wrong. It's a sign that something real is trying to emerge. All right. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. From a neuroscience perspective, your brain is wired to favor what's familiar, even if what's familiar is misalignment. So we deceive ourselves. We call fear logic. I'm just being logical. I'm being practical. We call misalignment being realistic. Okay. But there is a saying that says, if you bring forth what is within you, what is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what is within you will destroy you. It's from the Gospel of Thomas. So this is what I call the hidden self-betrayal. And the antidote to your hidden self-betrayal begins with awareness. It begins with allowing yourself to feel that discomfort, to sit in that discomfort. It allows with telling the truth to yourself about the ways that you might be betraying your authentic self because your life is really a mirror. So it's always going to reflect the places where you're out of alignment. Now, I want to talk about this concept of taking yourself to zero. This is something Gandhi talked about, taking yourself to zero. And this is one of the most radical, liberating ideas that you'll ever encounter because here's the deal: life does not come with built in meaning. There really is no meaning in life. Life simply is. It's your inner critic. It's your automatic mind that can't handle life without assigning meaning. So it assigns meaning to everything. Like, if I don't succeed, that means I've failed. If I let them down, that means I'm not good enough. If I can't control how life is going to unfold, I can't handle that. Now, these meanings become your truth, but they're not the truth. They're stories, and they're really echoes from your past. So taking yourself to zero means you stop relating to those meanings as facts and you strip away the false identity that you've mistaken as this is just who I am, this is just my personality, like the achiever or the pleaser or the controller or the fixer. And you return to what's underneath that false identity, that false personality. And in that space, something profound happens because you're no longer the doer. So instead, you become a vessel, you become a conduit for something greater to move through you. You let go of the outcome and you turn it over to a higher power, whatever you call it God, call it the universe, call it the divine. And that is where easy living begins. Now, when I say easy living, I don't mean that there's no discomfort. Okay. When you're in square in the face of the unknown, it's uncomfortable, right? But if you can handle that discomfort because you know that you don't have to have it all figured out and you don't have to figure out the how, life becomes easy. Life becomes free. Life becomes more joyous, more spacious, because never mind the how. Your only job is to manage your personal energy. So, what that means is your only job is really to feel good right now, to think, say, and feel in a way that aligns with your highest self, your most authentic self. And when you do that, inspired thoughts begin to just kind of drop in. Like when you're in the shower and all of a sudden you have this thought, I think I'm going to email that person. I think I'm going to make that phone call, right? Inspired actions follow. So step by step by step, your true life begins to unfold. Now, it might be a little breadcrumb at a time, and it doesn't mean that every step and every breadcrumb is going to go the way that you want it to. But when you keep unhooking from your inner critic and taking that next little divinely guided breadcrumb, it is amazing that over time you start to build life from your authentic self. Now, you're only ever going to get one breadcrumb at a time. You are not going to get all the breadcrumbs. So your job is just to follow the next one and wait for the next breadcrumb. And when you get it, you follow that one. And then you follow that one. And then you follow that one. So here's the bigger picture. Every brain is like a fingerprint. Every brain is utterly unique. So you were born with a specific flavor of consciousness, a message, a gift, a purpose that is yours, uniquely yours. And you have a responsibility to bring it forth, not just for yourself, but for the whole, right? Because here's something that ancient wisdom and modern science agree on: the whole is in the part, and the part is in the whole. So, in other words, you are not separate from the collective. Your alignment is not just personal healing, it serves in the space of global healing. So, when you live your purpose, you heal, your relationships heal, the world around you benefits from your light because you're letting your true light shine. Now, if you don't bring forth what is within you, it doesn't just disappear, it festers. It creates anxiety. It creates disconnection. It could create depression. It could create despair. So don't condemn yourself for the times that you've betrayed yourself because it happens to all of us. But the key is this: can you see it? Can you feel it? And can you shift? Because awareness is your doorway to freedom. So let me ask you, where are you betraying yourself and you don't even know it? What truth have you been afraid to say out loud? What gift have you left sitting on the shelf and thinking you'll get to it someday? You don't need a 5-year plan. You need presence, you need trust, and you need to remember who you already are beneath the noise. Because when you understand how to dethrone your inner critic, how to unhook yourself from who you've thought you are and rise into your authentic self, you don't just change your life, you change the world. So if this video stirred something inside of you, first thing you can do is go and listen to my $47 masterclass. $47 for this very powerful masterclass called Redesign Your Future: The Hidden Truth About Transformation. It is one of the most powerful ways to begin this journey of remembering who you are and realigning yourself with that authentic self. Now, if you're ready to go even deeper, not only to transform your own life, but to guide others on that path, enrollment is open for the October 2025 cohort of the Mind Method Certification Program. Now, this is an ICF accredited path to becoming a transformational coach and thought leader. And this is where neuroscience meets soul. This is where you don't just learn how to coach, you learn how to live. So if you feel pulled, you can email me at hello@dethrowingyourinnercritic.com, and I will send you all the details on how to apply. So until next time, keep following the whispers of your authentic self. I'm Joanna Kleinman. Thank you for tuning in today.